Hey, yo, what up, nation? This is a Wise Take NBA podcast. I'm your host, Paulie D, and I am joined by my man BK and CashinDFS, two of the best in the industry. BK, what's going on, bro?
All right, a little bit too much DSJ. He was my cover boy. I think my cover boys are being kind of cursed.
Really? You got like the Madden curse thing going on?
I try not to be too chalky with them, but it is a cash article. So, I mean, I do expect a lot from these guys for cash, for cash games, but he wasn't as great as I thought he was going to be, for sure.
What did he finish up with?
30.
30?
About
31.
Who was your cover boy yesterday?
Stanley Johnson, baby.
That wasn't me yesterday. Who was my
and his 50? That was me.
I don't remember.
It is 11% ownership on FanDuel. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, so
He's the only defender they got left. They don't got no good defenders. It's him.
So tomorrow, when your article comes out and I see who the cover boy is, what should I do?
Run.
I don't know. Zonia today. Oh, you're talking BK. Because Zonia didn't do that great today.
I mean, I play a lot of GPPs, but...
I know who yours was yesterday. It was Saric.
Yeah, he was all right?
No, he didn't
was that with no Embiid? No Embiid?
No, Embiid played. No, Embiid didn't play. Embiid did not play.
So sorry. I mean, it's like I said, it's a cash game article. That's the guy that you want. That's one of the most popular guys. And Saric was the play yesterday. I mean, he gave you 5x, I think, right? It was still a play. Still a good play.
And then what? You had Jimmy Butler on Jimmy Butler's scratch night
instead of these.
No. Not me.
All right, Cash. What's up with you though, bro? How you do tonight?
Why you didn't do Rozier instead of DSJ?
I mean, that news came out late with Kyrie. My article came out a little bit before that, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
That news came out early today. The Kyrie news. We had that like at 2:00.
Well, when I started my article, I was leaning more Dennis Smith Jr. But I try not, like I said, I try not to pick the number one play because I don't want to be super super chalky with my article either. But you know what I mean? Like I don't want to pick Westbrook every single night, even though knowing that Westbrook is the number one cash game guy usually. So I try to find like that second tier guy that will help people with their lineup because I don't want to be too obvious.
Is your cover boy your best play on the slate?
Lately I've been trying to get it like point per dollar. I try to get a good point per dollar type of player, but not
that actually is the best play on the slate. Whoever has the most points per dollar is the best play on the slate.
Yeah.
Well, mine, I'm trying to get low-owned dudes that have major upside, like Stanley Johnson yesterday, Zonia today, and it's always not going to work, that's for sure.
Like Channing Frye?
Yeah. Or Maurice Spates. But, yeah. I would suggest you don't go all in on my color boy because he's going to be risky.
Got to put him on the table.
If he goes off, like Stanley Johnson did yesterday, at way less ownership than Bullock, and you sitting pretty.
That's true. Any of you guys play Channing Frye today?
Hell no.
I actually didn't. No, I didn't. I should have.
I got destroyed by Howard.
Yeah, Cash, you were all in, 100% Howard. Narrative.
Nah, I actually made a
narrative. You did? Yeah, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
What, when Tyreek got ruled out?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but on my main team was Dwight, though.
Yeah, and he dudded.
Still mid cash, though.
Yeah, yep. DSJ, late
exactly.
Rush. That's
real late.
Yeah, cash at the last play of the night, so that's always fun. Trade deadline's approaching. A couple guys have gotten locked up. Mirotic and Tyreek Evans, although they haven't been traded yet, they are not going to play any more regular season games. I've never seen anything like that before. Like, you think they're about to be traded tomorrow? Yeah,
it's happened a few times. Yeah,
probably,
they try not to get
definitely before Monday. I would say they'll be traded.
What day is the actual deadline? Either you guys know?
Usually like Tuesday or Thursday. I would say probably around Wednesday. Yeah, right, middle of the week usually.
I thought it was at right after the All-Star break. least that's
this year. It usually is. This year they're changing it. This is like one of the first years where it's going to be before the All-Star break. Yeah.
Okay, because I always thought it was like a couple days after the All-Star break.
It usually is, yeah, but not this year.
So
anyway,
it's Tuesday.
I'm looking it up. February 8th.
I thought Mirotic was real close. I didn't think Evans was really close to being traded, but I know they're trying to.
Trade deadline is February 8th. Exactly a week from today. It is next Monday at midnight. So just something to keep, be aware of. Guys could get scratched if they do get traded. Even if they start the game and the trade happens after, they will get pulled out. So,
And if they're really serious on the trade block, like you got to pay attention because they will limit their minutes. Like Tyreek came off the bench the other day. That's because they don't want to play in big minutes. They don't want to get him hurt.
True. So, who are guys that you think are most likely to be traded in this next week? BK, you got any guys you think will be traded?
Tyreek, Mirotic, those guys for sure.
Mm-hmm. How about DeAndre Jordan or Lou Williams?
Yeah, I think both. They're both gone, I think.
All right, Cash. Anybody else you think we got to watch out for?
I don't know. I would have to sit down and look and think.
Yeah, thinking is not fun. So, all right, we got a 5-game slate tomorrow. We got a little, small one. $99 Q on FanDuel. I'm going to jump in and looking forward to breaking down these slates. I like these small slates, and this slate's actually really good. There's a lot of studs, a lot of values, some interesting injury situations. So we're going to get deep, break this thing down. Before we do that, a couple plugs. It's not too late. Jump on that golf package. Lock is 9:20 tomorrow morning. CashinDFS taking the golf industry by storm right now. CK013 doesn't know what a birdie is, but he's cashed 3 weeks in a row. I cashed last week and cashed just like he told me, and I'm definitely going to jump on it again this week. So still got some time to do that. NASCAR is rapidly approaching. We got a early owl special. The regular package is $149 for the year. Right now, if you use the promo code Early Owl Special, you will get $50 off and get that package at $99.99. Or you could do weeklies at $4.99 a pop. One of CashinDFS's best sport. I've been saving money. I'm waiting for that Daytona 500. We're gonna go some high dollar small field tourneys and win some money. And last but not least, MMA. Another fight this weekend. $4.99 for that. Wig Splitter, he's been on point, man, and Steve-O too. Those guys know the MMA world, and it's fun to do on a Saturday night. And if you want to just get them all, if you're going to be doing NBA, you can get a all sports week package, $14.99. With that said, enough of the plugs. Let's jump in on this slate. We're going to go game by game, then we'll come back around and do position by position. Only one of these games even has a line out right now. That is our first game. BK, I'm going to start it off with you. As soon as this page is done loading, I can tell you what game it is.
Toronto, Washington.
Toronto visiting Washington. Toronto is a 3.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 215. What's your thoughts on this game, BK?
All right, well, let's see. Starting at point guard, obviously Lowry's in play against Satoransky defense. He doesn't have huge upside lately. He'll randomly, maybe once a week, go up for a 50. At this price, you probably want 35 to 40. Like I said, it's a good matchup. I'm fine with that for Lowry. I don't really go for Satoransky and Frazier. They're both kind of split in minutes. Frazier's a definitely no for me. I don't care if he goes for 40, 30, whatever. I'm not playing him. Satoransky he's okay. Maybe more for cash. I don't see huge upside for him. Bradley Beal, he went off the last game. Well, not off, but he went for 47. He was 7,900 last time. He's 85 now. I'm going to probably hop off in this spot. I don't think I'll play him. I looked at the DVP in this matchup. Toronto's pretty good against shooting guards and small forwards lately. So at this price, even though with the extra usage, I think I'll be off Bradley because I think he'll be popular. The 5-game slate.
I feel you, man. He's got to get you a 50 minimum right now, and that's not automatic for Brad Beal. Do you think this game stays close?
I think so.
Yes. Is this a game that you're going to be targeting, or do you like other games better?
If I target this game, it might just be DeRozan and Lowry, and I might even play them together to be contrarian. I could see myself playing some Valanciunas, definitely against Gortat, even though his price is up a little bit, but he could dominate this matchup. I don't know if they play the next day. I would definitely have to look at that if I'm going to play Valanciunas. But if it's like an island game, because they didn't play today, if they don't play the game after the day after this,
they do play tomorrow at home against Portland the next day.
Then I probably won't play Valanciunas. I mean, not if I'm playing one lineup. If I'm playing 5, I could play him in 1. Because if he plays big minutes in this game, he won't play big minutes in the next game. So, but this is a great matchup for him. He could dominate this matchup and go for 40 or 50.
What's his price, Valanciunas on FanDuel?
He's 63.
63. He's 56 on DraftKings. I think I like that a tad better. Anybody on the Washington side that you like? Besides, I know you don't really like Beal. You don't want the point guards. Anybody you run it back if you played, 2 or 3 Toronto guys?
Otto Porter, with the staggered minutes that they're doing, and they're giving him more usage. Ever since they started doing that, I think it's got 29, 32, and 44. The price is up a bit. I could play some Otto Porter. Kelly Oubre is cheap. I think his price has even gone down. He's 4,600. It's 5 game slate, so you got to differentiate somewhere. So he's interesting. I got to look more into the matchup. Let's see. At power forward, Ibaka's cheap, but I think I like Markieff more. Kind of a stretch 4 against Ibaka.
What are those two guys' price? Ibaka and Markieff.
Markieff is 57 and Serge is 56. They're right around the same on FanDuel.
Wow. On DraftKings, Markieff is 62 and Ibaka is 49.
Wow. That is nuts. Yeah, so it's the opposite over there. On FanDuel, I like Markieff more. He's been dominating. He's been really good lately. He's been hitting like 7x in his last 3 games at this price. So I definitely like him more on FanDuel. It's the opposite on DraftKings. On DraftKings, I'll play Ibaka at that price, and I won't play Markieff at 6K because you're looking for just 5. He might, if he puts up another 35, it's probably not going to win your. Yeah, it might not win your GPP, but it's solid. Maybe more cash games, I would say, over there.
Yeah, when we go position by position, we'll come back around and see if there's other power forwards we like better. Cashin, what's your thoughts on this game?
I gotta go look into Bradley Beal. He has major. How much he was handling the ball, how much usage he had. I want to know how much point guard he was playing that last game against OKC.
I don't think he played a ton because like Satoransky and what's his name got a bunch of minutes. Like, so if those guys are on the court, he's not playing point, right?
In the fourth quarter, I saw some fourth quarter. It was Bradley Beal with Markieff, Oubre, Mike Scott, and I forgot who else. There was no point guard though in the fourth quarter. And it was a close game too. So Bradley Beal was playing point guard in the fourth quarter.
Down the stretch when they were trying to come back.
Well,
he had 9 assists too, so he did run some point definitely.
I do have his usage number, Cash.
What is it?
24.9 in 41 minutes played. Yeah, not too great.
Wow.
But he'll run even if Satoransky or Frazier's on the court. He will still handle the ball and run the point. He might not dribble the ball up the court, but right when they get down the court, he's gonna come up to the top. He's gonna come up to the top and get the ball, and then he's gonna run the offense. He's gonna run the play. Yeah. So I don't care how many minutes Tomas Satoransky's playing because I know Coach wants the ball in Bradley Beal's hands. And earlier when John Wall was out, I seen an interview with him where he said he's been watching a lot of tape of dudes to see how they get open, like how they come off of screens and what they do to get open shots because he knew that the defense was going to be focused on him with no Wall. So he got to learn how to get shots. And he was playing. And right when he said that, that's when he started playing well because when John Wall first went out, he was bad. And then he started going off after like a week or 2 weeks or whatever when John Wall was out the first time. So if he's going to be super popular, I could fade because Toronto's defense is so good. But, I mean, he has major upside if he goes off. It's the price thing. I don't love the price. I haven't looked at all the games, so I don't know. But I could definitely go there. And Lowry is too cheap to me. Porter, I probably don't go to because he's not a dude that can create his own shot very well. Like, he needs John Wall to get him the ball for open shots. That's what I see. So at 7-1, I might fade it, but he's in play. Yeah, he's in play too, but I don't like that price either. And Markieff Morris, I've been riding him. He's been getting me over 30s at a way cheaper price. So at this price, maybe I fade, but I do like the matchup for him. So I could do it, but I have to look into it. I got to look at the rest of these games. Marcin Gortat is no way. I can't play him. He's only going to get 20 minutes. His price came up. He was like 3.9. I'll pass. Tim Frazier would never, ever make my lineup ever, 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 period. And Oubre, maybe, but he's another dude that needs a guy to get him wide open shots. Bradley Beal could do that, but I would rather John Wall be on the court. And that's probably it.
Sounds like not too much interest really on any of these
Lowry
guys.
And then interested in me.
I mean, I wouldn't disregard Porter too much because he didn't have Wall last game and he went for 44 FanDuel points.
That's
26
game.
25 actual points. I mean,
that's cool.
That's against
cool.
Paul George. That's against a good defender.
One game.
So
I mean, it's one game. So if he does it again, then maybe I'll start looking at him more. But if he's going to be popular at that price, I'll pass.
I don't like the price hike, but I think he's still in play. I think with the staggered minutes that they're doing, I mean, the usage is going to be high. I mean, I haven't looked up his usage, but I guarantee you it's got to be over 25%.
What do you mean by staggered minutes? How are they staggering them? Like, who's running with who?
Well, it looks like he's playing with the second unit. So my guess now, without Wall, they would probably sit either Beal or him early, and then one of them will play with the second unit. So I'm guessing Beal will probably play the whole first quarter. Otto Porter will probably sit with maybe 6 minutes left. He'd probably start the second quarter and play with 6 minutes of just him in the bench. So he would be taking all the shots.
You can easily look this stuff
up. Yeah,
you
can look it up. Yeah,
okay.
I don't have it open right now, but I'll look more into that tomorrow. But I'm guessing that's, and I know that's what they've been doing. That's why he's been having these good games lately. They're definitely staggering the minutes.
Do you have his shot attempts in front of you?
Markieff Morris did that last year. Like, I played Markieff Morris a lot last game because he ran the second team.
Yes, that's very true about Markieff. How many shots did you say?
He had 13 last
13?
game. 13?
How many were threes?
3.
3 threes, okay. 13 shots ain't bad.
That's Paul George, too. I remember that. That's Paul George, He might have been limited that game. I mean, who's he getting this game?
OG.
Yeah, that's a way better matchup. So
and Miles missed the last game. Do we know why Miles missed the last game? Oh, a knee.
Yep, there you go. Toronto is actually one of the better teams DVP-wise against the position. And just as a whole, both those teams, OKC and Toronto, they're one of the better defensive teams.
But no, I put out that tweet. OKC is bad when Roberson is off the court. Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they're about to become one of the worst teams against shooting guards.
They were one of the worst teams as a whole, as a defense officially as a whole, with Roberson off the court.
Roberson on
the court, they was Roberson on the court. They were like up there at number one. And Toronto as a defensive whole, as a team, they are awesome.
Yeah, very good, right?
Yes.
And they're gonna be slowing it down. So I'm with you guys. I'm not thrilled about anyone on Washington. Markieff would probably be my favorite. And on the Toronto side, I don't mind Kyle Lowry, but I think we're going to find other point guards that I like. And, I don't think I'd play Lowry and DeRozan together unless I was playing some Washington guys. And then Joval, he does have tons of upside, but the minutes are, all over the place. BK, when you wanted to know if there was a game the next day, what is your thinking there? If they have a back-to-back, they may not play him as much in case they need him for the next day, or
but sometimes what they do is they'll max him out the first game, and then the second game he'll get 15 to 20 minutes. Remember the game that was CK played him against Minnesota where he played 11 minutes?
Uh-huh.
The night before that he played 30.
Right, but he also got in big-time foul trouble in that game where he played 11 minutes.
Yeah, but who are they playing the next day? Who are they playing on Friday? Do you have that in front of you?
Portland.
So against Nurkic?
Nurk.
But
yeah,
Nurkic only plays 20 minutes a game now too. So
yeah,
I could see them playing him maybe 20 to 25 minutes tomorrow, and then doing about the same the next day. I don't think they'll max him out tomorrow. It's tricky, especially because his price is elevated, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But
yeah. On FanDuel, I don't think I'd do it. On DraftKings at 5-6,
yeah,
I could take a shot.
Definitely a better play. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on.
I gotta say something.
Say something, bro.
What you just said that you wouldn't play DeRozan and Lowry together.
I would.
Unless I was bringing it back with Washington guys.
Yeah. I probably won't do that today on 5 games, but that is something I do a lot. Like Boogie and AD, I played together a lot. That's way more expensive, but I played them together a lot. And Lowry and DeRozan on big slates, usually they're very low owned. Yeah, and both of them can go off in the same game. So on like a 10-game slate, that's a strategy I like to implement in my tournaments to play both of them against certain teams. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that.
This is a good spot for both of them to go off.
I know, but it's only 5 games, so I want them when they're going to be 5%. Like when I can get DeRozan at 5% and Lowry at 12 or 11. Today that's not going to happen, so I probably won't do it.
And I'm not against playing, stars from the same team like in the right spots, but this particular two, because of Joe Val's recent usage and like role, it's hard because you don't know to go to both of them, you're taking a big chance because if Joe Val has one of his games, both of them are going to hurt you. So it's just really this two with Joe Val's recent role, and even Serge could take up some usage. But
I mean, Serge has been playing well.
Yes, and he's taking shots, so it's hard to play two guys at higher price from the same team. But let's move on. We'll come back around at the positions and discuss this a little deeper. Next game, we got no more lines as of right now, so.
That's because of Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, for any of the games. But yeah, Blake Griffin, this is Memphis and their situations. Visiting Detroit, no line, 7 o'clock start. Blake Griffin obviously just got traded to Detroit. Looks like he's probable to play tomorrow. It sounds like they're going to try and get him there. But make sure you check on that ahead of before lock. BK, what's your thoughts on this game? How do you think Blake impacts the Pistons and other guys that you think may be worth looking at?
Well, so this game is a complete shit show, in my opinion. A lot of we won't know much until tomorrow afternoon, so it's really hard to give my opinion on this game now. If Blake doesn't play for some reason, and it is possible that he doesn't play, then I would like Ish Smith. I think now is Detroit's at the point where it's go time, for the playoffs. Like they're not gonna do this bull crap where they play guys. Let's say if Reggie Jackson was there, they're not gonna play him 20 minutes and then Ish will randomly play 28 minutes that game. I think they're gonna start playing their starters more minutes. It was kind of relevant in the last game. Langston Galloway, who was kind of in the rotation before, and you would think that with the guys that they had out would play more minutes, and he didn't. He barely played. Dwight Bikes, I think his name is. He barely played. And these are guys that were playing before when they had more people. Now they have less people and they didn't play. So I think now that you're going to start to see the starters play 30 to 35 minutes every game. So Ish Smith right now, if Dwight doesn't play, I'm definitely interested in him. I mean, I said Dwight, Blake. If Blake does play, then I think that would take Ish out of it because Blake would get high usage. Let's see, Kennard, they said they were going to, they said they made this trade so guys like Kennard would get more involvement, but I didn't see that in the last game. I don't think Stanley Johnson is going to be taking 21 shots again. I definitely won't. I will not touch him in a single lineup if Blake plays. Reggie Bullock, I can still play at this price. I think he would still start, right? Who would start if Blake played? It would be Blake, Drummond. They still start Stanley
Bullock.
and Bullock.
I think you'd have Ish at the 1. The 2 is tricky, right? Like
it'll probably be Bullock and Stanley again.
It was tricky. So they could start Kennard, but I don't think he'll do that.
I thought it was going to be Kennard last game, but it wasn't.
Still, Stanley Johnson's price, $5,200. Even without Blake, you have to at least think about it. He had like a ceiling game against the Cavs. The Cavs suck defensively. Memphis is a little bit more slower pace. This game could end up like 90 to 85. very slow in pace, in my opinion. I think I'll be off Stanley Johnson, even though he'll be pretty chalky, I think, if Blake doesn't play. But like I said, Bullocks I can still play. He's a little bit cheaper. If Blake plays, I mean, first game
What's
with a
Blake's
new
price?
team, 8,700 on FanDuel.
Okay.
First game with a new team. I don't know if he'll be like passive or if he'll be aggressive. So it's kind of tricky when it comes to Blake. But based on the matchup, Memphis is a lot smaller over there with Jarrell Martin. If Jermichael Green is not playing, right?
He may actually. We have to.
He's still small, though. I mean, it's still a good matchup, I think, for Blake. So if Blake plays, I will have some interest. I probably wouldn't go all in on that play. If he doesn't play, Anthony Tolliver is still in play. A lot of people didn't want to play him last game, but these guys right now are going to take a ton of shots. You know, without Blake, they're going to take a ton of shots. So a lot of them are still in play, in my opinion. Yeah. Drummond absolutely dominated the last game. I don't play guys against Marc Gasol, even though Marc Gasol is on a back-to-back. If he's going to be popular, so I'll wait on ownership for Drummond. But if he's going to be popular, I'll fade that spot against Marc Gasol. Yeah. And then on the Memphis side, same thing, kind of tricky because all the injuries. Dylan Brooks' price actually went down from today. He was 43 today. He's 4K. If they're going to have all these guys out again tomorrow, you got to play them. You absolutely have to play them because they're going to play 35 to 40 minutes. So Brooks would be in play, and Wayne Selden again will be in play. Tyreek is not going to play, so I gotta wait and see what happens with Chalmers.
Yeah, I think Chalmers is going to be out. Harrison will probably be in. Selden, Brooks, Jermichael Green's probably the only guy that may come back, and I don't even know how likely that is.
So these guys are going to be popular again, especially Wayne Selden. After what he did today, he's going to be popular, and I think you got to play him if those guys are out again.
What's Selden's price?
He's still 36.
36. Wow, he will be extremely popular tomorrow. Probably no matter what, because he's going to start for Tyreek. That's going to be extremely, extremely chalky. Yeah, I mean, if Blake plays, looking at the lineup that they started last time, it'll probably be Tolliver going to the bench, and then Bullock and Stanley Johnson still starting with Ish and Drummond. If Blake plays, I think Drummond will be extremely low owned because, you know, people are going to assume he's going to lose usage, lose rebounds, lose shot attempts, and he's, you know, priced as high as he's been, I think, his entire life. Cash, what do you think about this game? Any interest? You just scratch faded, or you going to be playing some guys there?
It's tough because it all depends on Blake Griffin. If Blake Griffin plays, just don't want nothing. I don't want no piece of Detroit if Blake Griffin plays. I don't want Blake Griffin. His first game, I know he hasn't had enough practice time to know the plays. I'm just not going to mess with that. I'm not going to mess with nobody. I'm not going to mess with Drummond at an elevated price with no Blake. He's priced for no Blake. I'm not going to mess with nothing. The only thing I would go to is some Memphis value. I wish I would have stayed on Selden. I had Wade in all day, and then I changed to Selden when the news came out, and then I was like, damn this. I'm going back to Wade. It was a mistake. But he's if you're playing cash, he should probably be your first guy in if they still have these guys out. Because he's min price. I mean, I don't see how he's not going to go out and get value on his price. But Stanley Johnson
in cash too, like all the ownership, you just follow that. And say yes.
Yeah, he should be your first guy in. And Stanley Johnson, I loved to death last game because, like I said, he's the only wing defender that's good on the Detroit team now. Avery Bradley is gone, so they needed him. They needed him for every single minute his body could handle for LeBron James and everybody else on Cleveland he needs to guard. And his usage was above 25%.
Yep.
Two of the previous 4 games, and one of them games that it wasn't, he only played like 10 minutes or something like that. And I'm guessing his usage was even higher versus Cleveland. I haven't looked, but I would guess somewhere around 30. And he just took a bunch of shots, and I just knew he was going to be on the court a ton.
One shot.
21 shots. Wow. And he had double digits in 3 of the previous 4 too. Because I was looking into it, I'm like, I'm playing this. I'm gonna be all in, which I was. Because I knew he needed to be out there for LeBron. But today, at this price, I could do it. I could maybe go there again, but I doubt it. Even if Blake misses, I doubt it. But if Blake plays, like I said, I'm totally off Detroit. I won't have nobody, not one play.
That usage was 29.7% in the Cleveland game,
close to 30.
Yeah.
And Memphis, it all depends on news. I mean, It's been the same way for like 2 weeks now. Half the team is questionable every single day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't say what I'm gonna do because I don't know. Because I don't know who's playing. I don't know who ain't.
What we do know is Tyreek Evans isn't going to play. The only other guy that is good on that team, like, high price, is Marc Gasol. Would you have interest there on a back-to-back?
Nope.
Nah.
I liked him today. I should have liked him more, but no, I can't do it.
Just the value on the Memphis side.
Yeah, for me it is. Like, Jarrell Martin is out. If Green comes back, Jarrell Martin is out for me. Mm-hmm. If Chalmers misses again, I could do Harrison, but I don't think Harrison played many minutes tonight. Like, who's playing the point guard? I think that's my question. There's no Tyreek Evans play the point guard, so it was Selden.
Yeah. Gasol did a lot of the.
I bet Gasol did from the top of the post. I bet he ran a lot of offense.
Let me ask you guys a question though.
24 minutes. Selden played 30. Gasol 35. Dylan Brooks 39. Jarrell Martin 32. Ivan Rabb 22 and Mike Henry 23.
How many shots did Dylan Brooks take today in all those
19.
minutes?
6 of 19.
Wow. See, he's only 4,000, man. Wow.
His price went down.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, he can go out and get 12. There's no doubt about it. But
like, even if Chalmers is playing, opens up. Like, would that even take you off of a guy like Selden or Brooks? Like, he's the only guy really. Like him and J. Michael do play.
It wouldn't take if Chalmers played. It wouldn't take me off of Brooks at all. But it would take me a little off of Selden. But he's still min price. So
yeah.
I mean, how much can he take me off of him? I don't think enough for me not to play him. I don't think I would go. I don't think I would be all in though if Chalmers did play.
I'm with you.
I agree.
Some really juicy value would have to open up to take you off of those kind of guys.
Yeah.
All right, next game. This is a good one. We got the Milwaukee Bucks visiting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looks like Bledsoe will be out, and everyone else, I think, is as normal. BK, I'm going to start with you again. What are your thoughts on this game?
All right, so Bledsoe, with him being out, it basically goes back to the Milwaukee Bucks of last year. So teams have been good against Milwaukee point guard-wise because of Bledsoe. So I think they go back to you probably don't want to play Jeff Teague in the spot, especially with how trash he's been lately, scoring-wise. I do like Middleton with Butler likely on Giannis.
Giannis.
Who?
Giannis. I like Middleton at this. I mean, what is he? 5,000 less than Giannis. So I rather go almost 5,000.
Yeah.
I rather go with Middleton. I think he'll have either Wiggins defense. Yeah, that's likely who he'll get. I don't want to play Giannis at this price, 12K. Yeah, he's been good since coming back, but he is going to get Butler. He's got to get Butler defense at this point. So I want to pay this price for him when I know he'll be highly owned on a 5-game slate. I don't think I'll play any of the point guards for Milwaukee, so I probably won't play Dellavedova. Let's see, a shooting guard. Brogdon is interesting. He got 21 minutes, I think, his first game back. So you're looking at maybe 25 minutes this game at least. He'll be low owned because of that game. People were on him.
What's his price?
He's 54.
That's attractive.
I mean, he's not going to get the minutes that he was getting before the injury, so that's the only issue. And he's still that price. I mean, he was getting 35 minutes before. He's not going to get 35 minutes tomorrow.
Why not?
Maybe not tomorrow, but the minutes
he'll
are going to
get
be
back
right back. Yeah.
But I'm thinking tomorrow he's going to get 25 to 30 max. 30 will be the max, I would say.
Do you remember what the injury was? Was it a leg or
calf?
Calf.
Calf injury. Yeah, I think I could see 30. I mean,
he missed 2 games with a sore right calf.
Yeah, I definitely think he could play 30 for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'll call more than 30 minutes for him though. So he's going to be low owned because of his last game too. So he's definitely in play at least. Wiggins, I like definitely. Wings against Milwaukee. I like Wiggins more on this team. Maybe some Butler. His price is still kind of high. He's 8,900. But he's still a wing against Milwaukee, so he's definitely in play. But mainly on this team, I like Towns. Milwaukee doesn't really have anybody to stop him. I don't see Henson stopping him in the post. I don't see Henson stopping him from behind the arc. Rebounds, he's going to out-rebound them. Definitely like Towns. I think Towns can go for a 50 or a 60 in this spot. I think he is one of the better plays of the slate. Henson is always a decent play. He's going to play big minutes. Since the coaching change, he looks like he's playing 30 minutes a game. He's right around 5K. He'll get you right around 25 to 30 FanDuel points, I think, in my opinion, but there's not much upside there. It is Cat defense, but he's not the kind of guy that I would use to attack Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd Gibson, obviously at this price, 5'4", he's definitely safe. He does have upside in this matchup, though, because, I mean, when they bench Cat, they can have him at the center for a couple minutes here or there, and he can get some extra rebounds. So it's definitely a good spot for Todd Gibson. And that's probably all the guys I would play in this game, I think.
Who do you think wins this game?
Minnesota.
Because Minnesota has lost 6 of their last 9, and
I think Milwaukee wins this game.
Yeah, but Butler has been out for a lot of those games.
Butler missed 2 games, maybe 3. Maybe actually, I think you're right. I think he missed 4 games.
I think he did miss 4. Yeah,
he did miss 4. But they've been a little bit off, in my opinion. Cat's like the leading culprit. Outside of that Houston game, which BK, shout out to you, called that. He went for like 60, whatever. He's just like been invisible. Even when Butler was out, it was like all Wiggins and Teague. Like, what's going on with him? Like, I like him too tomorrow, but I'm nervous. You know,
it's been the entire year.
I'm not nervous for Cat tomorrow. I love him. He's gonna dominate tomorrow. Easily.
I mean, he should, but they played not too long ago. He only went for 40 against Milwaukee, and historically he has had some good games. But they played not too long ago in December, and he did not do very well. And just something seems off about him. I need him to get more aggressive. Definitely a guy I'm going to consider. Cash, what's your thoughts on this?
He only had 5 rebounds that game.
Was it a blowout or anything? No blowout.
He played 35 minutes.
No, very close game.
35 minutes, 22 points, 5 rebounds. 5. The lowest total rebound I see in the entire game log was this game. So I would call that an outlier. Like,
yeah, I'll take that as an outlier. I think he dominates. I think he dominates tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll play him. Like, he could dominate, and I don't disagree with you. He could definitely dominate. He should. What? No, I'll change my words. He should dominate tomorrow. But if he's gonna be the most popular center on the slate, that is 100% easy fade for me every single time. I don't care what the matchup is. I don't care, because I've seen this dude go out in great matchups and get 30. So if he goes out as super chalk and gets 30 tomorrow, I'll be extremely happy. But let me talk about Giannis, which his mama calls him Big D.
So do I.
I was going to be all in, but then I opened up the slate, seeing it was Jimmy Butler. So I will be fade mode. 100%. It'll be like LeBron James today. Just fade, because it's going to be popular on a 5-game slate. And I hope he sucks really, really bad. Like, Giannis, just be terrible, please, because I'll go all in next game, and I'm going to be all in all the time because I love this new coach. Just give the man the ball and get the F out of the way. That's what you need to do. But today is Jimmy Butler, so at 12K, no, sir. No way. I agree totally with what BK said. Give me all the Chris Middleton, and I love Malcolm Brogdon to death. 5'4", give me all of that. Yes, please, and thank you. I will take Jimmy Butler. I will take some Wiggins. Jeff Teague is a big, huge bag of D's. He sucks. Give me Taj Gibson. Give me all these Minnesota guys, except sorry-ass Jeff Teague and sorry-ass Karl Anthony Towns with your little pussycat ass. That's it.
Giannis last year against the Chicago Bulls played 4 times, went for 36 FanDuel points, 57, 61, and 73. None of those games went to overtime. This was before Bledsoe. He was playing some point, and he had 10 assists, 11 assists, and 6 in those big games.
Did Jimmy Butler play all those?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Got to look into that, but probably played a couple of them. I do have some interest because I think he's going to play some point guard. Like, the only point guard they have
he's gonna play
is Scrub Boy.
Delhi.
Delhi.
Delhi and Brogdon.
Yeah, and Brogdon will play some point. But I think Giannis, he's been controlling the ball ever since the new coach came in.
Oh, yeah. I hope he sucks so I can get him lower next time.
I do think he'll be lower owned with Butler on him. I mean, I could see. What do you think his ownership will be? I think 15 or 20%.
I don't know, but you need to hit me up and tell me what they think the ownership is going to be, because that's the entire slate for me. If he's low owned, I'll go. If he's high
owned, I think we should attack there. But I think he'll be about right around 20%. I think.
When we go position by position, we'll get back to it. I got to see at that position. But interesting. The man CK just sent me Cat's usage the last 8 games. I'm gonna read these out. 25.5 against Houston, the game he went off. 18.8 against Toronto. 16.3 against the Clippers. 17.0 against Portland. 32.5 against Golden State. 24.0 against Brooklyn. 17.1 against Atlanta. And 13.5 against Toronto.
He's garbage.
Is not very good.
All over the place.
One of those games is really interesting. And 4 of those middle games, Butler was out. And, man, I don't know what to think. I'm really going to have to dive in on that. I do, on first look, that was the guy I thought, when breaking down that game, would be the guy, but I just don't know. I really don't know.
What's Henson's price on DK?
Let me tell you. Henson?
Because he's normally way too cheap there.
But he's a center, right? So I got 4,900.
49. It's not as good as it has been, but
and
still good.
Giannis is 10-4 on DraftKings.
Much better play on DK.
It looks like with Towns, the rebounds and the blocks is what's getting him there. I mean, he's dominating rebound-wise. 10, 13, 19 rebounds against Brooklyn, 11, 9, 17, 10, 16, 12, 15 rebounds against New York. The usage is not high, but the FanDuel points, 41, 50, 49, they're still high in the last 4 or 5 games. It's mostly a couple of blocks here and there, a couple of steals, a lot of rebounds, and he's not scoring much. And the last 3 games scoring-wise, 11, 15, and 16 points. Now, against a team like Milwaukee, I could see a lot of rebounds and putbacks. So he may score 20 to 25 points in that game and then still get 10 to 15 rebounds, a couple blocks. He's going to dominate. I'm still on him. I don't care about the usage rate. It's a great spot, I think, in my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree. That's a great spot.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I'll let you know on the live stream tomorrow. Let's move it over. 2 more games left. Cash, I'm gonna start this one with you. We got the Houston Rockets. I gotta check Chris Paul's status on this one. Visiting the San Antonio Spurs. Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, all those guys' status. Let me see what I can find real quick. No spread right now. What's your thoughts about this game while I look up the injuries?
It depends. If Chris Paul plays, I will be off Harden. Mm-hmm. If Chris Paul doesn't play, I might be on Harden and I might still be off. Depends. I wish Kawhi Leonard was playing because I love to play Harden against Kawhi Leonard. But I don't know, man. It's tough because dude just went for 90-something, 100.
So Ariza is out for sure. Chris Paul questionable. Eric Gordon questionable. Chris Paul looks like he would be the most likely to play.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul plays.
Eric Gordon is a stiff back. We'll have to see. I could see him, taking one more game off.
Yeah, I do think Chris Paul plays. I think Chris Paul could have played the last game, but
It was Orlando, and they didn't think
Coach
they
knew he could win without him. So, so I do think he plays. So it's just tough. I just don't want Uber. Like he was chalk last time. I mean, I did go all in once Chris Paul was ruled out, but I don't know, man. It's tough for me to sit here and say the night before if I'm gonna play him or not.
Yeah,
he's a good play because it's in San Antonio, so San Antonio always is gonna play all these great teams, usually tough. I mean, not always, but usually it's gonna be close, so they're gonna need him. LaMarcus Aldridge is under 9K again against Houston. Like I could maybe go there, but like Cat, he can be terrible or he can be very good. It's never in between.
So we got Harden, Giannis, and Russ Westbrook coming up. Like a lot of high-priced studs here. Which do you think will be most popular, and which do you think will be least popular?
I think Harden would be the most popular. Coming off that game. And it's tough between the other two because Russ did suck. I was totally off on him. I don't know. I was totally off. So Russ would be my favorite today. But it's hard for me to I don't know between Giannis and Russ, I think it should probably be close.
Giannis would be the lowest on.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
I think so too, but I think it'll be kind of close.
Yeah, and then between Russ and Harden, if Chris Paul plays, I think Russ will be most popular. If Chris Paul's out, I think Harden will be most popular.
That makes sense.
What else about this game though, Cash?
I like Murray if Chris Paul doesn't play. If Chris Paul plays, probably not at over 6. Danny Green, yes, I could definitely play Danny Green. I expect him to see James Harden, so yes. If Eric Gordon is out, I could play Gerald Green because I do think that he's going to be aggressive with his 9.5 fingers and take shots. Manu Ginobili, I could play. Bob Mute's probably going to start for Ariza, but it might be Green, but I would probably say Bob Mute. And I could do Anderson at 3-7 on the road. He's on the road again, so I could do it.
3-7, wow, man.
Yeah. Bertans, maybe, because he's 3-7 too, so maybe. But I would much rather have Anderson, I think. And that's probably it.
BK, what say you about this game?
Tony Parker is 3-6.
Yes, he is.
All right, so for me, I'm a little bit different when it comes to this game. I don't think Chris Paul will play. And if he does play, I think he'll play 20 minutes, 25 max. There's no reason for them to play him. He might as well just rest until the All-Star break. This is a big injury. It's a groin, something that lingers. There's no reason to play him if James Harden is playing at peak James Harden.
But it really wasn't an injury. It was like he woke up one day and it was a little sore. Like, that's what I read.
He's always sore. He's always hurt. There's no reason to play him right now. Just let him rest. I mean, James Harden is crushing right now. They're doing, good in the West. Like, why are you going to force Chris Paul back to play 20, 25 minutes? Just let him sit.
I don't think, D'Antoni's a different kind of cat. Like, D'Antoni doesn't believe in rest. So if a player comes to Mike D'Antoni and says he's ready to go, not the first time because he was off of a long layoff. So then they really monitored his minutes. But if you come to Mike D'Antoni and say, I'm ready to go, coach, he pushed, he's going to let you run. I don't think, if he plays, I don't think his minutes is limited. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it's up to the doctor. It's not Mike D'Antoni.
No.
And I do think his minutes will be limited. I mean, they always are when he comes back. I mean.
No, it's not always. He missed one game. It's not, he didn't miss 3 weeks here or a month. He missed one game. So, if he plays, I don't expect his minutes to be limited at all.
All right.
Well, like I said, in my opinion, I don't think he plays. And if he does play, I'm not touching him. Mm-hmm. I am going to play James Harden. Right now, it's James Harden's team. He's back to being what he was at the beginning of the season. He's at full strength. His price didn't go up that much. I mean, he's still cheaper than, I think, Westbrook and Giannis. So 11.5, that's still a great price. There's no Kawhi. So I love James Harden, one of my favorite plays tomorrow. Murray, like you said, if Chris Paul plays, I will be off Murray. Chris Paul doesn't play, then I love Murray. He'll get some James Harden defense, some Eric Gordon if he plays. If Chris Paul plays, I think I'll probably play Patty Mills at 3,800. I think it'll be more of a Patty Mills game, more of a veterans game. So I'll probably play him. I don't like the price hike for Gerald Green. He was 3,900 last game when Eric Gordon got hurt. I do think he'll start if Eric Gordon doesn't play, but he didn't even
I
hit.
don't
He
think
didn't
so.
really.
I don't think so. If Eric Gordon plays,
if Chris Paul is out and Eric Gordon's out, who would you start?
Then he will start. Then he will start.
If only Ariza is out, it'll be Bahamute.
Yes, right.
Ariza's out for a while though.
Yeah, no. I'm saying if it's only him and Chris Paul does play, then it's Bahamute. If Chris Paul misses, then it's probably
even if Chris Paul is out too, I don't think he'll start. I think the only way he starts is if Gordon's out as well.
Yeah.
You don't think? I don't know.
If Gordon plays, Gordon's gonna start.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I'm saying if Gordon and Chris Paul miss, you don't think Gerald Green will move into the lineup?
Yes. If Gordon and Chris Paul, yes.
Okay.
That's the only way though.
Yeah, I agree.
And for him to be even relevant, in my opinion, you would need both of those guys to be out. And even in that case, I still think he's not a lock.
What's his price?
He's 45.
Okay.
Decent price, but it's the Spurs. Who did he play last game? Orlando, and he only put up 19.2 in 32 minutes. He's been
that's
off.
Because James Harden was scoring all the points.
That's true, yeah. But he's been off. He was out 4 games, right? He was 1, 2, 3. He was out 5 games, so he's a little rusty. He's not where he was earlier in this season. I just think that at this price, he's definitely not a lock. He might get you 24 FanDuel points. he could do that, but I think that's the ceiling in this game.
Can't blame him on rust. He was back in groceries. No, I agree with you. Like he was back in groceries before he started, and he came in and just was on fire.
He had to be in the G League or something. He had G League. No G League.
No G League.
I thought he was back off the street.
Wasn't he in China or something like that?
Came off the street.
Okay, pretty good then for that.
He wasn't the gym.
Like you said with Danny Green, I love Danny Green. He's gonna get a ton of James Harden defense. He's definitely hitting value tomorrow. At least cash game. Definitely I can see some GPP value. Danny Green, I have a lot of interest. He'll be semi-chalky. I think you can get Ginobili a little bit lower ownership. Ginobili, the last 2 games, has crushed. So he could be a nice little pivot off of Green. But I like both of them. I can even if I'm multi-entering, I can even have a lineup with both of them in there. At small forward, Kyle Anderson, good game last time out. This is a good spot for him with no Ariza. If he gets some Bahamute defense, I can see a little bit of trouble there. And then at power forward, I do like the Magician, LaMarcus Aldridge. It's a good spot for him, high usage. I'm not playing Bahamute. The guy just does nothing even at this price. Ryan Anderson on the road, small interest, but I don't love him. I actually would rather play Bertans. I think they're like basically a mirror image of themselves. I just think Bertans is a younger Ryan Anderson. Bertans, if Ryan Anderson starts and he's going to play 32 minutes like he did last game, Bertans is going to kill him. Bertans will play 25 minutes and he'll probably put up 30 FanDuel points. I have a lot of interest in Bertans because Ryan Anderson, that's going to be the matchup. I don't think Gasol will stay on the floor a lot in this game, fast pace, even though he's been playing well. So I think LaMarcus Aldridge will play some center, and Bertans will play a lot of minutes at the power forward. So Bertans at basically min price is going to be a phenomenal play tomorrow. Capella, he doesn't play a lot of minutes when Nene plays, but he's in play against Gasol. His price has gone down to 6,700. So I think that's a solid play. It's not super safe though, so I don't think I'll go there in like cash games. But he's in play.
There's nothing ever safe about Capella if Nene's in. But I was just gonna ask y'all, like, what y'all thought. Like, I like the price. Like he has 50-point upside, 45-point upside at 6-7.
Just not getting the minutes, man.
I know.
Let me take a quick look at him. So. Played 30 minutes against Orlando, went for 41, had a 23% usage. I know half the team was out. 24 minutes game before that, 30, 32, 26, 32. So the minutes are fine. Usage
it's strictly tournaments.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely strictly tournaments. I don't mind him in this game. Let me see how he's done against them historically.
I mean, I do like the price.
Yeah, he's actually done pretty well against them. Last year, they played a ton, because of the playoffs. He went for 34, 31, 25, 44, 26, 40, 23, 28, and 18. Not terrible. He's got some 40s. When we get to position by position, I'll take a look at all the centers as a whole. But I do like the low price, and he does have upside. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go there or not.
Some risk that comes with that. Yeah,
definitely a lot.
Always risk. Right. It's like Elfrid Payton today.
Oh,
there's risk.
Oh yeah,
but
big time.
Big upside.
Big reward. I'm with you. Last game, and then we'll do the position by positions and line up who the F we like. We got OKC going into the altitude at Denver. I don't think there's a ton of injuries in this game right now. I got Mason Plumlee's going to miss, and Roberson obviously is out forever. That's really it, and obviously Millsap. So pretty much healthy on both sides. BK, thoughts here?
All right, so starting up top, I definitely have a lot of interest in Westbrook. Murray's been getting killed by point guards. We saw that with Dennis Smith Jr. earlier in the year, or I guess a couple weeks ago. He let people down his last game, Westbrook. So it's not going to kill his ownership, but people still know what he is. But I have a lot of interest in him in this matchup. Jamal Murray, I'll probably play him in some of my Westbrook lineups. I like that duel. Usually when I play Westbrook, I like to play the guy going against Westbrook because usually that guy tends to go off as well. As shooting guard, I love Gary Harris. I'm going to be playing shooting guards against OKC for the next couple of weeks. Especially the lower owned I can get you, the better. If I can get a guy like Danny Green against OKC who will be like 1%, I'm going to play it. Gary Harris won't be that low owned in this slate. There's only 5 games, but he's only 6'6", and I think it's a great play. They're going to get killed. I think it's going to make, you're not going to see too many blowouts from OKC anymore. OKC at the shooting guard position.
Okay.
With no Roberson, they're going to get killed there. As long as you can see, because it depends also on the team, but if like Paul George is going to be on the best guy, I don't think he'll be on Gary Harris. I think he'll be on what is it, Barton? Barton.
Yeah.
So whoever I see Ferguson on is the guy that I'm going to be attacking for the next couple of weeks because you can get that guy low owned. So Gary Harris at 6,600, he can go for 40 or 50 in this spot. On a 5-game slate, decent ownership, maybe 15%. I love this spot. Will Barton, he'll probably get Paul George. He hasn't been that great. I think his last couple of games have been decent, but I won't go there. It's going to be Gary Harris for me. I'm not playing Ferguson or Abrinas. They just don't do nothing with the usage that Westbrook and Paul George and Melo have. Small forward, Paul George. I don't really play small forwards against Denver too much. It's not a terrible spot because it's Barton now. He's not a great defender, so he's in play. Wilson Chandler, what did he do? Let's see. Coming off the bench. Oh, he hasn't even played yet, right?
No, yeah, but Plumlee's out.
He's out of the rotation. He was cleared to play. He just didn't play, so he's kind of out of the rotation.
Has they played a game since Plumlee was out, or no?
He got hurt last game, so no.
Okay, so
last game, right?
He might start at power forward since Plumlee is out, but I'm not sure.
I mean, based on what the minutes that they gave him the last couple of games, it looked like he's falling out of the rotation. I don't think.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's Laos.
It looks like Torrey Craig is getting the minutes now. So
he had one game where he played 9 minutes. Everything else is over 30.
Chandler, he's looking at DraftKings. It's 0, 0, and 9 in his last 3 games.
Yeah, he was injured.
He was hurt, right?
He was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt.
So he didn't play what happened in the San Antonio game?
He was out. He didn't play.
He was cleared to play. He just didn't play.
Oh, he was cleared to play? I thought he had a migraine or something.
Oh, it says illness has been cleared to play Tuesday against the Spurs, but he didn't touch the floor that game. I mean, it's too early to tell, so I guess, he's really risky. I don't think he'll start. I don't think the way he's been playing this year, like why would you even start him at this point? And it looks like Torrey Craig is like favored by the coach. And we all know when Mike Malone likes somebody, he likes somebody. So I don't see Wilson Chandler.
Yeah, well, Mike Malone is a huge matchup dude too.
Yeah.
The big question is who they're going to start at power forward. I mean, I'm guessing Lyles, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can't be Craig at power forward.
They started Daryl Arthur last game.
With Melo
They
being
started
there,
Arthur?
Yeah.
How many minutes did Arthur?
I don't think that's going to happen this time, though.
Played 19 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said he played 2. I was like, oh my god.
And he did well too, 21 in 19 minutes. But in this matchup against Melo, I don't think they'll play Arthur. They could, because this kind of coach just kind of likes to reward the guys that he's playing. But maybe Lyles starting at power forward. If that's the case, then obviously I love Lyles against Melo defense. But we got to kind of wait and see what they're going to do with the power forward position. Fareed, did he play? I know he was getting some minutes lately.
He did not play.
No, he did not play, so he's out of there. That's it for power forward. And then obviously at center, I don't think I'll play Jokic against Adams. And then Adams against Jokic. These are two of the best teams against the center position, DVP wise. So I think both of them will be off for me at these elevated prices. I don't think I'll play either. Jokic is probably more has obviously the higher upside, but it's a tough match for him. And then Adams is usually a pretty safe play cash wise, but this is not an easy matchup for him either. So I think I'll be off both of these guys.
Okay.
That's really it for this game.
What say you, Cash?
I love Russ. Love Russ here. Pretty sure Russ is going to be on my lineup. Paul George, I never play, ever. I want Denver's power forward, whoever that's going to be. I highly doubt Coach lets us know before lock.
Yeah,
so
probably not.
I'm most likely going to play Lyles and just hope that it's him. And I agree with what BK said. I love Gary Harris. He could play 40 minutes here. I could damn sure do it. And if I needed an absolute punt at shooting guard, I could play Ferguson. But I doubt I need that today. I just don't see that. I don't see how I'm going to need that. Melo, is back in Denver. I know that he still wants to play well in Denver. I have interest at 6'2". I just need, I don't know. I just don't know if he's going to go out and give me 40. But I think he could, but I don't know.
If we get news that Darrell Arthur is going to start at power forward, then play Melo.
Love Melo.
Play Melo.
I would love Melo to death.
Well, wait,
and I am a fan of Darrell Arthur.
Play him?
Do what?
Lyles starts, then you wouldn't play Melo?
Oh, no, I still would, but I wouldn't like him as much. That's for sure.
Yeah. Against Arthur, I definitely would play Melo. Like, he'd be a lock.
But I do like Darrell. I like Darrell Arthur. I played him a lot last year. But I don't know. You'd have to guess. Is he going to start again? Because he could absolutely play 0 minutes. That's 100% a possibility. So it's real tough to guess on that. That would only be a donkey. I would not put that on my main team. I would go Lyles. And I do like Melo going back there. I like Harris. And I love Westbrook. If the center position, when I go look at it, at all the guys, if it's not deep, I could do Adams here at 7K. Yeah, I think this is a safe play. I don't think he has major upside, but I do think he can go out and get you 35. And that's probably it. I'm not going to play Will Barton. That's no way. Murray, maybe, but I don't know. I hate to play him.
Yeah, tough. How many shots did Murray take last game? Let me take a quick look at that.
But normally I want to pick between Murray and Jokic. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if I had to choose, it would probably be Murray today. But I don't know. I don't really like either one of them too much right now, looking at it.
Yep, I hear you. All right, so that's the game by game. Real quick, raw points. Who's the highest scorer tomorrow? BK, you first. Giannis?
No.
Russ or Harden?
Harden.
Cash, what say you?
I would say Russ.
Me too. I think Russ for sure. I think he goes ham in the spot.
And the next dude that's not in the top, not in the double-digit range, is Chris Middleton. Gonna go ham tomorrow.
You mean not over 10K guy?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Which game do you guys like the most? Like, if you were going to game stack BK, which would be the game you stacked up?
Houston, San Antonio.
Milwaukee, Minnesota.
Milwaukee, Minnesota. I don't know.
It's got to be it's got to be between the final three. Can't be those first two.
Yep, I agree. Definitely have some interest in playing Russ Westbrook here tomorrow. Melo, I think I could get behind. And on the Denver side, I think I'd go to Will Barton. If I think it's going to be high scoring, I like the way he's been playing lately, then one of Harris, Jokic, and Murray. But Barton probably my favorite. And if we do have word on who's starting at power forward, I could go to Lyles. I don't think I'd play Arthur regardless. But if Arthur's starting, then I don't think I'd play Lyles either. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll see how things shake out, what other news comes down. Let's do some position by positions, and then we'll get up on out of here. Point guard, top threes. What you got, BK?
Well, it's a little tough because we don't know if Chris Paul is going to play. We don't know if Blake's going to play. How do you want to do it? Do you want to assume that both of those guys play? Sure. Or do you want to assume that both of those guys are out?
Assume Blake plays and Paul doesn't.
All right. If that's the case, I would say Westbrook is definitely number one. Number two, I'd say Jamal Murray. Number three would be Patty Mills.
Let's talk about that for a minute. So, you don't think Tony Parker is going to play, or you think they all will, and Mills will just have the best game?
They all seem to play. I mean, Murray plays around close to 30. Parker plays about 20, but does nothing. Mills plays about 20, but does a little bit more, I think, in my opinion. And they're about the same price.
Yeah, 36 and 4 on FanDuel. Yeah. Not sure on DraftKings.
But Mills in this game, like fast-paced against Houston, I think could do a little bit more than Tony Parker will.
Okay.
And super sneaky. I like Mills tomorrow.
What you think, Cash?
Westbrook, Lowry, Harrison.
Westbrook, Lowry, Harrison. All right. For me, it would be Westbrook, DeJounte Murray, and Jamal Murray. BK, shooting guard.
Shooting guard. James Harden, 1. Middleton, 2. Gary Harris, 3. Pretty easy.
All right. Cash?
Middleton, miles ahead of anybody. Brogdon and Harris.
All right. Brogdon, Barton, and Manu Ginobili. BK, small forward.
Small forward, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Anderson, and the last one's kind of tough. Yes, man, that's tough. Either Brooks or Oubre, one of those two.
All right. What do you think, Cash?
I think this position is ugly. Jimmy Butler, Dylan Brooks, and
You're just cheating, go Giannis.
No. Damn. Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson, yeah. I'm going to say Butler, Brooks, Gerald Green.
I want to say Gerald Green, but
yeah, I think he bounced back. He's still taking the shots. He just didn't hit any of that game. Power forward, BK.
If Eric Gordon is out, it's Gerald Green.
All right, power forward. LaMarcus Aldridge, Markieff Morris, and Davis Bertans.
All right. Cash?
Trey Lyles, Taj Gibson, and Ryan Anderson.
Nice. I'm going to roll with Melo, LMA, and Ryan Anderson. Last but not least, we got the centers. What you got here, BK?
Good luck.
Since we're assuming that Blake plays, I'm not touching Drummond. So it'll be Towns, 1. Valanciunas, 2. Oof.
Like I said, good luck.
Wow. Yeah, after that, it's pretty much a crapshoot. I'll go Capella, I guess.
All right. What do you got, Cash?
This position is tough. I would say Capella, Steven Adams, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Mr. Golden Corral himself, the Thin Man.
Nice. I have a feeling that will change by tomorrow at lunch. I'm going to go Joval, Pau Gasol, and Karl Anthony Towns. That's going to do it. This is a nice little 5-game slate. It's not that bad. I'm really, really interested. I'm going to dive in real deep. Check us out on the live stream tomorrow. Get our final plays. Check out BK and Cash's article. Final thoughts before we get out of here, BK?
It's a nice slate. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be stars and scrubs, so it looks like more of a fair imbalance as of right now. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Yep. Cash?
Chris freaking Middleton with Wiggins defense, with Butler on Big D. Let's go. Chris Middleton, don't you screw me today, bruh. I need 50. Get it. All
right. If you're watching on YouTube, give us the thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you are watching on Podbeam or iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. All that stuff helps. And, of course, our newest platform, if you're watching us on Facebook, like the nation, share, support, do all that good stuff. It goes a long way and helps us keep doing what we do, giving you our deepest insight on DFS. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. For the Cash Man, for the BK Dog, I am Paulie D, and we are out of here.
Press the like button right now. Press it. It's right there.